Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah ma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I just want to say Allah barik to the brothers who set this up, because we just came from another message down the road and we have a project there, and we come here and we see you're putting in the same work and we're like, it's really amazing. So may Allah honor you. It's like I see you in the day and then I see you at night. It's amazing, Allah barik. You lot are really doing something amazing, mashallah, tabarakallah. And obviously to you lot as well, Allah bless you for being here as well. Prophet Sulaiman wanted me to talk to you about music. So where do we begin? There's a hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that there will come a time in which people from my ummah will make certain things halal which Allah made haram. What are they? The Prophet mentioned wearing silk. Because men are not allowed to wear silk. It's a feminine thing. It's a female thing. It's an item of clothing that women wear. So if a man wears silk, he's not moving like a man, number one. Number two, it's what? It's sleeping around with women, doing zina, fornicating. Something that people do today, and they don't even think it's anything deep. Guy's got a girlfriend, he thinks it's amor. It's just a girl, bro. It's biology, that's what we're doing. Just biology in practicality. People took it light. The other thing the Prophet said is khamar. Khamar doesn't mean alcohol, it means intoxicant. So weed comes into this. Any drug that you smoke comes into this. The person will now tell you what weed, bro, it's just a plant, bro. What do you mean it's haram? It's something that grows out of the earth. It's a leaf. It's like a tree growing in my back garden. It's not the fact that it grows out the ground. It's the fact that it makes you high. But you have already seen it to be something that's halal. And the fourth thing the Prophet ﷺ said is music. People will take music and they will think it's permissible. So what will happen to these people? Allah said He will punish them. Allah will turn them into pigs and monkeys. Allah will take people and He will turn them into pigs and monkeys. Now scholars said, is this a literal transformation that one day you will turn into a pig? Or is it metaphorical? They will behave like a pig. Wallahi, if you look at some of these rappers, you just put on a video and you put it on mute, and you see the way that they're throwing their hands in the air and the way that they're moving around, they're literally moving like monkeys. Some of them got their trousers low. Have you ever seen a baboon? What's hanging out? What's interesting about the baboon's bum? Where is it? It sticks out basically. So these men are just showing their back like a baboon. They're just dropping their trousers though. So they're moving around like a monkey. Do you understand? How does a pig act? Pig goes and just, what does it do? It vomits and it eats its own vomit. It takes a what? It takes a number two while it's sleeping, and it hangs around in its feces. That's how I see these guys when they go out for a night, they go to drink, go to a little rave, a party, and just urinate over himself. He doesn't even know he's urinating, he's still shacking out with a girl. He's got all this urine down his legs. Filthy. Acting like pigs. What else does a pig do? A pig, it doesn't care if another man looks at his sister or another man looks at his wife. It just comes, it's like a pig will have a woman, like he will have his pig woman. Have his pig wife. And another man will just roll up to his pig wife and he'll just do it with him and he'll just watch it. And that's like so many people are. They're so lost. They're just sleeping around. A man sleeping with another man's sister, his sister sleeping with his best friend's dad's uncle's cousin. And then what? Some of them now even sleep with animals. It's finished. What? They're finished. So you can see the transformation already started. The transformation's already started. And that's very scary. Some of you laughing. I know it sounds funny. But what's deep here, if you think about it, is that the Prophet said something was going to happen. And we can see it playing out in front of our very own eyes. The people said that their music will be seen as halal, and they will be punished by being turned into pigs and monkeys, and we can see these people are acting like pigs and monkeys. So the question is, how long are you going to carry down this road until you wake up and you leave this music behind? Are you waiting for the day to actually wake up and become a real pig? Because that's what will eventually happen. When the transformation is complete, you actually become a pig and a monkey. The way that Allah mentioned in the Quran about the people from Banu Israel who played around with the Sabbath. What did Allah do to them? He made them into pigs and monkeys. He actually transformed them. So Allah has the ability to do that. And wallahi, it can happen. So you need to wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late. That's the first point. The second thing is that a person who listens to music, Allah has just said in the Quran, this person is going to have a humiliating punishment. In the hellfire, he will have a humiliating punishment. Why? Because music is something that people use to misguide the people. Does anything good come from music? Music, what are the lyrics about? What are the lyrics about? Girls, money, what? Drugs, what? killing. They've got a whole genre of music called drill music, which is all about killing people, all about murder, all about murder is the biggest crime that Allah is disobeyed with after shirk. Shirk is the greatest and murder is the worst. And then after zina, which is sleeping around with the opposite gender. And these three things, it's all what music's about. Music's all about that. Sometimes it's kufr in the music, and you lot are singing it, you're listening to it, and you're singing along to the lyrics, and the guy's talking kufr. He's telling you, I'm a god. And some of you listen to that. He's telling you, I'm this, I'm that. Brothers, these people have a humiliating punishment because the music misguides people. It misguides people. Look, what is connected to music? You said drugs, you said women, you said partying, you said alcohol, you said weed. These are things that are all connected to it. So music isn't a thing that is just music in and with itself. It's not like a little rhyme or a little beat or a rhythm or a little a cappella. There's a lifestyle that comes with it. The lifestyle can't be separated from it. And that lifestyle is one of the things that necessitates it being such an evil thing that it leads people into the hellfire. Allah said they will have a humiliating, tormenting punishment. And punishment is bad, but Allah said, I'm going to humiliate these people. That's the second thing. The third thing is that music is the voice of Shaytan. Allah said in Surah Al-Isra, وَافْسْتَفْزِزْ مَنِ اسْتَطَعْتَ مِنْهُمْ بِصَوْتِكَ. Allah said, Shaytan, try and terrify whoever it is that you want with your voice. Try. The voice of Shaytan here, this is music, my brothers. So when you're listening to music, you are actually listening to the voice of the devil. And pay attention. If the devil's voice is what you're listening to all day, every day, okay, then what's going to happen to your heart? Because your eyes and your ears are the gateway inside of your heart. If all day, every day, you're just listening to music, what's going to happen to your heart, my bro? Your heart's going to be filled with what the devil wants. Your heart's just going to run on what Shaytan wants. And that's why some of you think to yourself, why can't I pray? Why can't I read Quran? Like, why am I always so angry? Why am I always this? Why am I always that? Why can't I even do good? Why am I always doing bad things? It's because all day you're listening to Shaytan's voice, and his voice is settled inside your heart. And that's what Shaytan wants you to do. Because he's inside you. And not only that, by the way, there's a reason for you to get possessed. You know that, right? People get possessed through music. That's Shaytan's voice. So your iman is dropped. You ain't got no barrier defending you, and the jinn jumps inside of you. That's destroyed your life forever if you don't fix up, if you don't seek treatment. And I know people are possessed. Some got better, many did. And I know people are possessed. Some of them are dead now. Because the jinn will kill you. It will kill you. It wants to kill you. It wants to kill you. And it wants to kill you upon kufr. It wants to kill you upon disobedience. Some of you people, I'll be real with you, some of you youngers, the reason you're not able to fix up, some of you here are already possessed. I'll be real with you. Should we test it? Should we test it? Yeah. What if someone starts shacking out in the middle of the masjid? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Should we test it? Really? Who wants to go? Who's going to come here and lie down for us? I want to see. I want someone who's got jinn. I want someone who's got. I want someone. Whose heart's beating fast right now? Whose heart's beating fast? Someone here's heart's beating fast. Who's getting stressed? Who feels nervous right now? You nervous? Whoa, you're actually sweating, bro. Huh?
So who listens to the most music?
What did he say?
Who listens to the most music?
Are you right? He looks like he's about to spaz out. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to you. Don't worry, I don't want to mash up the night. You know why? Because some of you lot, if you start seeing one of your brethren start floating here, you might leave the masjid. And I don't want you to leave the masjid tonight, inshallah ta'ala. Huh? Of course it can. Yeah, of course. It could happen, yeah, many things. You could be, I could be doing ruqyah here, and if there's a knife in the kitchen, there could be a jinn that will just bring a knife into the room. It will just come flying at one of us. And it can't harm you if you do dhikr, and you obey Allah, and you read the Quran, and you pray Salah. Shall I tell you a story? It's off topic. There was a man who was a magician in Syria, and what he would do is that he would basically have jinn around him, and every time he would take a knife and stab himself with it. But the knife would go inside his body. It would look like it's going inside his body, but it would never actually go inside his body. It would never bleed. Why? Because the jinn was standing in front of him and he would absorb the knife. So one day there was one young Sunni brother, trousers above the ankles, had a little miswak, he's doing a little siwak right here, cleaning his teeth, and he just came from the Salah, and he sees a crowd of people hanging around this one guy. So he just, after Salah, what's the hadith of Sunan al-Bayhaqi? That if you read Ayatul Kursi, nothing between you and death except for, it said nothing between you and Jannah except death. Meaning when you die, you're going straight to Jannah, inshallah. So as soon as the Salah finishes, he just reads his Ayatul Kursi. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi as-samawati wa ma fi al-ard. And as he's reading, he's just coming through the crowd, he's saying, what is everyone looking at? And he sees this magician doing his thing. Now obviously, what is the hadith of the Prophet, hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, that when the Ayatul Kursi is read, what happens to Shaytan? He runs away. You can't hack it. So, as the brothers there reciting Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum, the Shaytan hears and he dips, and the guy goes, ah! He stabs himself. He's bleeding, oh my God, da, da, da. Call the ambulance, take him to the hospital, patch him up, comes out of hospital, brings a little jinn around him. He says, what are you not doing that day? You not left me. I thought we had a deal, we had an agreement. He said, you don't understand, there was a young boy there who was reciting Ayatul Kursi. And you know what time it is, when we hear Ayatul Kursi, we've got to keep it stepping, bro. And he said, okay, go find this boy and finish him. Go grab him, attack him, destroy him. So he sent his army of Shayateen out. He sent his army of evil jinn out. 2 years passed by, and they were not able to touch this boy. One day the magician switched, lost it. He said, what is wrong with you? So many of you, and one of him, and he's a little boy, and you can see him, but he can't even see you. Why can you not finish this boy? They said, finish him? What do you mean? We can't even get anywhere near close to him. Why? They said, because he prays his 5 daily prayers. He prays his Salah. Well, my brothers, your praise, your protection, it is your shield. It is your shield. And within the prayer, what do you read? You recite Quran, as our brother just mentioned so eloquently prior. For Quran, the book of Allah, that's your shield, that's your good, all goodness is in it. You understand? So when the Shaytan hears that, it can't hack it. So don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Anyone here ever seen a ruqyah session? Yeah. You seen it? What's that? Exorcism. When someone's got jinn and someone reads Quran on them. You never seen that? You seen that? You seen a jinn talk different language, start talking Spanish and that? Anyway, back to music, inshallah ta'ala. The point that I'm making, my brothers. Go on, you want to say something? Rihanna's lyrics. Yeah, it's true. It's true. She's got a lot of devil stuff in her music, man. Proper. But that's what I'm saying, my brothers. You see a lot of people who get you see a lot of people who get possessed. They get possessed because they listen to music. I'll be real with you. It's because it's the voice of Shaytan. Do you understand? Now I'll be honest, there's many other things that I can mention to you about the issue of music. Obviously, I don't want to make the talk long, and there's a lot of things that are planned for you guys tonight, inshallah, and I want you guys to be able to relax and have a good time. But please, these are 3 points, and I think this should be enough to make you stop listening to music. As a punishment in this life, that you be turned into pigs and monkeys, and we can already see that transformation taking place. 1, 2, in the next life, what? A humiliating, tormenting punishment inside of the hellfire. And number 3, it's Shaytan's voice, bro. Like, you're Shaytan's pawn. Shaytan's playing you. Like, he can do whatever you want. You're singing his song. You're singing his tune. You know what I'm saying? That's why you wonder, you can't control yourself. You see a girl, I must look at the girl. I must touch the girl. Like, bro, are you nitty? Like, you can't control yourself. It's because all day you're listening to music telling you girls. You understand? You understand? So these are things that just settle in your heart and it's problematic. So brothers, these are 3 things that I think is enough, inshallah ta'ala. If you really care about yourself, it's about you, it's not about me, it's about you. You care for yourself, you leave it. You understand? And if you leave it, you know what happens? You know you get to have music in Jannah, you know that, right? Do you know that? You have music in Jannah, you know that, right? Of course you do. you, bro. It's not just that you have women that sing for you. Paintings as well. You don't know about the women in Jannah? Yeah, I can't really go into it right now. Obviously, it's a long discussion, this, that, and the other, and I don't want anyone to have a wet dream in the masjid. I don't know if the showers are working. The point of the matter is that I'm saying in Jannah, I'm saying you got the women in Jannah. I'm saying they will sing for you. Not just that. Look, in Jannah you got rivers of wine. I don't know. Everyone sees things differently. Obviously, we don't know what Jannah is like. But when I hear about Jannah, I hear rivers of wine, women, this, that. I think it's a big fat halal rave. That's how it just sounds to me. But the thing here is that you can't enjoy that party in Jannah if you do any of those things in this life in haram. The Prophet said, whoever drinks wine in this life, he will not have it in the next. Whoever sleeps around women in this life, he will not have it. He will not have beautiful women in the next. Whoever does these things, they go to these raves and listen to music here, you won't have it in the next life. You know why? Because you won't be in Jannah, you'll be in hell. Let's be real. But if you leave these things here and you enjoy a nice little calm life, relax, you know what I'm saying? Obedience to Allah Azza wa Jal, which brings you more happiness and joy, by the way. Right now, we've got a program, and look, you lot are going to see right now, you lot in the masjid right now, you lot are about to have a time of your life. You're going to see the program that they have here. They're going to have fun. And you didn't need to have women to have fun. You didn't need to be inside of a rave to have fun. You didn't need to be high or lit to have that fun. Like, there needs to be no music to have that fun. You're going to have fun. You don't need them things. Does that make sense? So don't let it fool you that, this is fun, and the deen is not fun. You're going to have fun without them things. So just don't be dumb. Obey Allah. Have fun in a halal way. Make it to Jannah. We're going to have a house party, inshallah.
Yo,
what's going on, bro?
yeah, I got the thing.
What? How much is in there?
20 mil.
You being serious?
Yeah, hold that. It's yours now.
You guys are probably wondering how this dusty looking camera is worth 20 mil. Let me break it down for you. About 6 years ago, some brothers and sisters gave us about £600 in order for us to purchase this camera to make da'wah videos. 6 years later, alhamdulillah, we made well over 1,000 videos and we reached over 20 million plus views on YouTube alone without taking into account all the other social media platforms that we're on. So those people at the time when they gave that money, I don't think they had any idea that that £600 that they gave was gonna go towards a camera that would reach 20 million people who watch videos and they changed their lives after having watched them, who watched these videos and started praying, who watched these videos and accepted Islam. Can you imagine if they were sincere, the kind of reward that they're gonna get on the day of judgment, inshallah ta'ala? But now here's the issue. This camera is 6 years old. I mean, there's cracks in it, it's breaking, it's well past its sell-by date. We're trying to take things up to the next level. In order to do that, we need a new camera. In fact, we need more than one. We need more equipment. We need to actually hire a bigger media team. But all of this stuff, it comes with expenses, it comes with costs. And over the next 6 years, inshallah ta'ala, we're looking to reach well over 20 million people. Now look, I'm gonna be direct with you. I'm about to ask you for some money to put towards the da'wah for the sake of Allah. But before I do that, I wanna tell you some figures, some statistics to show you the kind of reward that you might be looking at, inshallah, if you come with sincerity and the donation. Just take a look at the kind of numbers we have over the last 90 days. Over the last 90 days, we received over 1.4 million views on our YouTube channel alone. That's 466,000 views every 30 days. That's 15,555 views per day. That's right. You could be in your sleep, sleeping 6, 7, 8 hours a day, however much you sleep, and just earning a reward, inshallah ta'ala. Why? Because you gave a bit of money that went towards a very big project. Now, with that 15,000 odd views a day, if you average that out across 6 years, which is the lifespan of this camera, do you know how much reward that is, inshallah? That's 34,065,450 views. I don't know about you, but that kind of reward, I need that in my life. This is not the kind of opportunity that we should be passing up, especially if you've got sins. The Prophet ﷺ said that giving charity wipes away sins the way that water, it extinguishes fire. So look, say no more, inshallah ta'ala. I don't feel like I should have to convince you towards giving to a project like this anymore. If you want that kind of reward, you want the da'wah to spread, you want la ilaha illallah to spread across the internet, inshallah ta'ala, then you want to give at the link below to this project. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Remember, 20 mil, yeah? And that's on YouTube alone.